How a disgusting demonic spirit surrounds a narcissist. Have you ever encountered someone whose charm feels too good to be true, whose words flattered you but leave you feeling empty, or whose actions seem only to serve their personal gain? If so, you might have been in the presence of a narcissist, a person who thrives on admiration and control. But beneath their polished exterior lies a darker force, one that feeds on manipulation, distortion, and destruction. In this article, we'll delve into the psychology of narcissism and uncover the sinister, almost demonic presence that lurks behind the narcissist's facade. It's a journey that explores not only the damage they cause, but also the toxic energy that surrounds them. Imagine the feeling of walking into a room where someone's mere presence warps the atmosphere. They might be charming, even magnetic, but something inside you knows that there's something deeply unsettling about them. This isn't just a matter of personal discomfort. It's an energy that can be toxic, parasitic, and emotionally draining. As you get to know them, you start to realize that their behavior isn't just manipulative. It's almost as if they are possessed by something far darker. This video will take you deep into understanding how narcissists can feel like they're surrounded by a demonic spirit that impacts everyone they come into contact with. So, before you hit that scroll button or move on to the next piece of content, take a moment to really think about the influence a narcissist might have on your life or the lives of those around you. We're about to dive into a subject that isn't just psychological. It's a matter of self-preservation. Stick with us, and you might just see these toxic traits in a whole new light. The nature of narcissism, more than just self-love. When we think about narcissism, the first thing that usually comes to mind is vanity and self-centeredness. And yes, narcissists are indeed obsessed with themselves. However, their obsession goes much deeper than just wanting to be admired. It stems from a deep void, an emotional black hole that they desperately try to fill. But no matter how much they seek attention, admiration, or validation, they can never truly fill this void. This unquenchable thirst for validation can often feel as though it's being driven by a malevolent force, a demonic energy that drives them to manipulate and control others. Narcissism is not merely a personality trait. It's a destructive force that can wreak havoc on the lives of those who come in contact with it. A narcissist's need for constant validation doesn't just leave people feeling undervalued or ignored. It slowly chips away at their sense of self-worth. The narcissist doesn't just want attention. They need it to survive, and they will stop at nothing to get it. It's as though their very existence is tethered to the reactions they provoke in others. As you learn to recognize the traits of a narcissist, you begin to understand that their charm isn't just a tactic. It's a trap. They lure you in with their dazzling smile, their flattering words, and their apparent care for you. But the deeper you go, the more you realize that it's all about them. It's a psychological sleight of hand that can leave you feeling emotionally depleted and psychologically manipulated. And it's not just about making you feel bad. It's about controlling your perception of reality. The demonic spirit, a metaphor for manipulation and control. When we speak of a narcissist as being surrounded by a demonic spirit, we are not talking about an actual supernatural entity. Instead, this phrase is a metaphor to capture the destructive and overwhelming force that surrounds narcissists. This force is not only manipulative, but deeply corrosive to the psyche of those in its orbit. Narcissists feed on others' energy, draining them in ways that are often hard to articulate. It's not just emotional abuse, it's psychological warfare that leaves invisible scars. A narcissist's ability to manipulate others can feel as though it is driven by an external force. This spirit is a driving factor behind the narcissist's actions. It compels them to deceive, exploit, and harm others without remorse or conscience. This malevolent energy is a mixture of pathological self-interest, entitlement, and a total lack of empathy for others. Narcissists are often able to mask their true intentions behind a veneer of charm, but once their mask slips, you begin to see the toxic energy they exude. And it's not just about what they do to you in the moment. It's about how they change you after they've left. They leave behind confusion, self-doubt, and an emotional hangover that can last long after they've exited your life. For the narcissist, relationships are not about mutual care or understanding. They are about control. They may use love bombing, flattery, and even cruelty to keep you hooked, but it all serves one purpose: to maintain their hold over you. The demonic-like energy that surrounds them constantly shifts, manipulates, and entices you into a web of dependence, making it difficult to break free. How the narcissist's influence affects you. Being in the presence of a narcissist can feel like an emotional roller coaster. One moment you feel special, admired, and even loved. But soon you may begin to notice the cracks in the facade, the subtle jabs, the undermining comments, the gaslighting. The narcissist's need to control you isn't just about maintaining a sense of superiority. It's a deeper, more insidious drive to feed off your energy. And the longer you stay in their orbit, the more you begin to lose your sense of self. A narcissist's charm can be intoxicating, making it easy to fall under their spell. But the longer you stay in their presence, the more you begin to realize that something is off. Narcissists have a way of making you doubt your own instincts, turning your confidence into insecurity. They can twist your words, use your vulnerabilities against you, and leave you feeling like you're walking on eggshells. It's not just about emotional damage, it's a psychological entrapment that is difficult to escape. This is the demonic spirit we're talking about, an energy that feeds on confusion, doubt, and fear. The narcissist doesn't just want to control you in the moment. They want to change the way you see yourself. They want to reshape your reality so that you are forever dependent on them for validation. This is where the true damage lies. It's not just about surviving the narcissist's manipulations. It's about reclaiming your own mind and sense of self. The struggle to break free. If you've ever attempted to break free from the grip of a narcissist, you know that doing so is far from easy. It's a battle that tests every part of your mental and emotional strength, as the narcissist will stop at nothing to keep you under their control. They'll use every manipulation tactic in their arsenal, from guilt-tripping to emotional blackmail, and may even resort to threats in an attempt to keep you tethered to them. It can feel like they have an almost supernatural hold on you, an invisible force that tightens the longer you try to escape. The more you pull away, the more they tighten their grasp, ensuring that you remain entangled in their web of manipulation. This is one of the most insidious aspects of their toxic influence. They succeed in making you feel like you are incapable of surviving without them. They exploit your vulnerabilities, feeding on your fears, doubts, and insecurities. What's worse, they are adept at twisting your strengths, using your very qualities, your kindness, your empathy, your need for connection, against you, turning them into weaknesses. The true difficulty in breaking free from a narcissistic relationship lies in the complex psychological warfare that the narcissist employs to maintain control. They understand the intricacies of human behavior and know exactly how to manipulate your emotions, how to push your buttons, and how to erode your confidence. They can make you second-guess your own thoughts, your own feelings, and even your own perception of reality. This is a game of constant emotional and mental exhaustion, where the narcissist slowly chips away at your sense of self, leaving you vulnerable and confused. The longer you remain within their orbit, the harder it becomes to remember who you were before they entered your life. Their influence distorts your sense of identity, and with each passing day, you may lose touch with the person you once were. This, of course, is exactly what they want, to erase your individuality and replace it with their own narrative. They want to control not just your actions, but the very way you see the world, and ultimately, the way you see yourself. Their goal is to make you dependent on them for validation and self-worth, until you are so intertwined with their identity that you can no longer tell where you end and they begin. How to protect yourself. Breaking free from the grip of a narcissist requires not only self-awareness, but emotional strength. It's crucial to recognize the signs early on before the narcissist has a chance to entrench themselves in your life. Boundaries are your first line of defense. Narcissists are notorious for pushing boundaries, so it's important to stand firm in your convictions and protect your emotional well-being. It also helps to build a support system of friends, family, or professionals who can provide perspective and help you regain your sense of reality. Narcissists often isolate their victims, making it difficult to trust anyone else. But having a support network can provide the validation you need to break free from their influence. In addition, therapy can be a helpful tool in understanding and overcoming the emotional damage caused by narcissists. Therapy allows you to rebuild your sense of self, restore your self-esteem, and regain control over your life. The process of healing can take time, but with the right support and mindset, it's possible to escape the demonic influence of a narcissist and reclaim your emotional freedom. Thank you for taking the time to explore this important topic. Narcissism is more than just a personality disorder. It's a destructive force that can alter the course of your life if you're not careful. But by understanding the signs, setting boundaries, and seeking support, you can protect yourself from the toxic energy that surrounds narcissists. Remember, you are not alone, and you have the power to break free from their grip. Stay strong, and never let anyone diminish your worth. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to share it with others who may need to hear it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful content on how to protect your mental and emotional well-being. Your journey to reclaiming your life begins now. Thank you for watching, and take care of yourselves.